Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. My name is Tiffany Rosenbaum and I am a part-time reseller on eBay and Mercari and things like that. So today's video I'm going to talk with you about key terms that you might want to know if you are starting a reselling business right now. So these are not in any particular type of order, just whatever order that I've written them down. These are terms that maybe I didn't really know what they were and I had to ask somebody when I was starting out. Terms I've learned along the way, terms you might see when looking up items on eBay or watching other resellers. You might hear these terms. So I'm just here to film this video to tell you what they mean. Today we are downstairs filming in the kids' room. So half playroom, half living room. So ignore all the toys. So the very first term that I have is bin store. So there are two types of bin stores. You might have heard me talk about them in previous videos. And the first type of bin store is like an Amazon returns store where all the items are liquidated items or Amazon returns put in giant bins, and typically the store will sell certain days or certain prices, like Fridays are $6, Saturdays are $5, Sundays are $4, etc. And then they have a restocking day. Those stores are popping up all across the nation. However, they are hard to find because you can't just Google bin stores near me. And then the other type of bin store is also known as the Goodwill outlet or the Goodwill clearance center. And so it's similar to the Amazon bin store, to where everything is in big bins, but in the Goodwill bins, they are all like clearance items from the Goodwill stores. Sometimes the items maybe didn't even make it to the Goodwill store because there was just an influx of donations or something along those lines. And so everything at the bin stores for Goodwill are priced by the pound, and they'll typically be like electronics are this price, textiles and clothing are this price, etc. And they weigh the items and then you just purchase by the pound. Those are a little bit more easy to come by. You could just type Goodwill outlet near me and typically it'll show you the nearby locations. BO. This is something that you might see or hear when in reselling groups or online, and no, it does not mean body odor. It means best offer. So sometimes you might want to put offers on your products, and so if you put BO or OBO is or best offer or better offer, and it just means somebody can offer you a certain dollar amount and you can either accept or decline. NWT. New with tags, and so that just is exactly what it sounds like. If you have a product that is new, never used, and it still has the tags on it, you put NWT, which means new with tags. Or NIB. NIB means new in box. So if it's an item that comes in the box, you can say NIB for new in the box. BOLO. B-O-L-O is be on the lookout for. So this is a term you might hear in other things as well other than reselling, but just be on the lookout for. Sometimes other resellers will share what items are really hot that you wouldn't think would be selling very well, and so they will say that they are a BOLO, be on the lookout for. Buy it now is an eBay term typically, and it just means that if you have buy it now put it on your listings, it means that the person can buy it now. It's not an auction, or sometimes you can have both an auction and a buy it now price, but it just means that they are purchasing it right away. There's no auction type setting there. COGS, or cost of goods sold. So say you purchase as a reseller an item for $1 and you sell it for $5. Your cost of goods sold is going to be the $1 because that's what you as a reseller, as a business person, paid for the item. It is what it cost you. The $5 is going to be your sell price. Comps, or a comp. What is a comp? What does it mean? So a comp is just basically when you have an item, it's what all of the other items or similar items, or it could be exact item, is selling for or has sold for in the past, or maybe even what the other ones are listed for. So you're basically comparing the items to see what the average price is, what it's selling for, what other people are comparably selling them for. It's the same thing when you're selling a house and they pull up comps in the area for comp houses to kind of base off of what the sale price should be. And those are definitely things you want to look at. Sourcing. This is what resellers call the process of finding new inventory. So it could be yard selling, it could be thrifting, it could be going to the bin stores, it could be purchasing liquidation, it could be getting pallets. Anything you do as a reseller to find new product, that is called sourcing. So you are out sourcing, you're looking for new products to sell. Gaylords. This was a term that I was a little confused about at first. So a Gaylord is a type of pallet, and so some pallets you may see, they have a bunch of smaller boxes all stacked together and they're kind of tall. A Gaylord is where you might see them in stores like Walmart or something, where everything is just piled in one big cardboard square that fits on top of the pallet, and it's got an opening on top. That is a Gaylord. So they're not a bunch of individually boxed packages or anything like that. It's just all one big thing and everything's just thrown inside of it. ASP is the average sold price, and so average sold price is, say you take 20 items and then you find the average sold price by dividing the total number of sales divided by the number of items sold, and that's your average sell price or average sold price. And that is important to look at all of these comps and the average selling price of an item so that you can make sure you are pricing your items competitively, but still enough that'll make you some profit and sell the item fairly quickly for you. Death pile. This is something that almost all resellers have, and your death pile is basically all of your items that are not listed. So we as resellers tend to like to source more than we like to list, and that's why I say most of us have one. And so it's just items that you have sourced, that you have not taken the time to photograph or clean and prep and then list. So it's just a working pile of, some people call it a money pile because there's money in it, but not like physical money, but like when you list it, there is money to be had there. So I have one. It's not all in one pile. It's like some in my office, some in the garage, maybe some upstairs. We all have them. Cross-posting is the act of posting your items for sale on multiple different platforms. So I have items that I sell on Poshmark, I have items that I sell on Facebook Marketplace, I have items that I sell on eBay, and I have items that I sell on Mercari. And some items I sell specifically just on one platform or two platforms, but I have some products that maybe will go on all of the platforms. And so once the item sells on, like say it sells on eBay, if it's on the other platforms, I just go through and I remove the listing from that platform so that it doesn't sell twice when I only have one of that item. And the reason why people cross-post is because you have more eyeballs on your products, and so the better likelihood you are to sell that item, because not everybody that purchases on eBay also is on Facebook Marketplace or is also on Poshmark or Mercari. So they have different audiences. FBA or FBM, these are Amazon terms. Now, I do not sell on Amazon. Amazon's kind of difficult to sell on, as a lot of categories are gated, which means you as a seller cannot sell. They require invoices, proof of purchase for many of your items that you can sell on there. But FBA means fulfilled by Amazon, and FBM means fulfilled by merchants. So when you go and you purchase anything on Amazon, it'll either say fulfilled by Amazon, which means it's coming straight from the company Amazon, or it'll say fulfilled by merchant, and that would be like somebody like me selling on Amazon. I would be fulfilled by merchant. Flip. The term flip just means to buy something at one price and sell it for a profit. We are flipping that item, just like you can flip houses, buy them, fix them up, and resell them for a higher price point. Honey pot. So a honey pot is not Winnie the Pooh. A honey pot is referred to when a reseller is sourcing and they have a place that they get really, really, really good items from time after time after time. They may call that place, that location, their honey pot, because they're always getting great luck there. INAD or INAD. IMAD is item not as described, and so this refers to when somebody makes a return request or a refund request and they state that the item was not as described. So maybe the color was wrong, maybe the size was wrong, maybe it has tears when the listing said no tears, maybe it said it was new but it wasn't new. So that is what that means, and yes, it can be abused, especially on eBay, and it does happen a lot. But that is what IMAD means. ROI is return on investment. And so that is a very important term when you're trying to see if your business is growing. And so that just means the amount that you are getting profit off of your item in a percentage point. So you just make it in a percentage format. VERO. VERO is specifically an eBay term. It is a program that they have. I do not know what it stands for, VERO. But a VERO is a strike that you can get against you on eBay if you are selling a product that that particular brand does not want you to sell. And so Honest brand is one that gets a lot of VEROs. OtterBox, Velcro, Onesie, those are all products that are banned on eBay because the manufacturers, the companies that actually make those products, they contact eBay and they say, hey, we do not want your resellers selling our items on your platform. And so if you are caught selling those particular items, then you will get what is called a VERO strike. And if you get so many, they will suspend your account indefinitely. So there is a VERO list where you can look on eBay what items are on the list, but that is not like set in stone. There are so many people who get VEROs for products that are not even on the list. So it's kind of wishy-washy, but it does happen. The sell-through rate. So this is really important when you are looking up comps to see what you want to price your item at. And so on eBay, you could do it on Poshmark, you could do it on Mercari. I don't think you can do it on Facebook Marketplace. You can see what the items have sold for in the past. I know eBay's goes on a 90-day scale. I am not sure how far back Poshmark and Mercari go. But with eBay, specifically, I feel like it has the better way to tell because it'll tell you specifically how many numbers, so like with Posh and all that, like I think you have to like count them up. But so you take the total number of that one item listed and you divide it by the total of that item that have sold in those 90 days. And so that'll give you a 90-day sell-through rate. And so say you have an item that has 100 listed in the last 90 days. There's a current 100 current active listings right now. Then you click on the filter and you go into the sold category, and there is 50 that have been sold in the last 90 days. So that tells you that that item has a 50% sell-through rate. 50% of the listings have sold, and so 50% is a pretty good sell-through rate. Anything over 100%, you definitely know that item's hot and it's going to sell fast. I try to stay at least 50% sell-through rate because I know it's going to sell relatively quickly. Anything below a 50% I feel is going to take a little longer to sell unless you price it very, very competitively. And the last one that I have here written is bread and butter. And so you might hear resellers refer to the term bread and butter items. And these are just items that maybe they don't bring a high dollar value profit, but they are steady, they sell regularly, and you know that if you get these items, they're gonna sell relatively quickly, and they can make up, you know, the heart of your sales. And then you can still have, you know, your lower items or your higher items, but those are going to be off the spectrum, you know, your outliers. So bread and butter is the term for those type of items that are just basic, really good everyday basics. And so this list is not complete by any means. If you guys have any other terms as other resellers that I may have forgotten, go ahead and feel free to leave them in the comments so that anybody who's watching this video can learn and grow their business If there are any terms as a new reseller that you do not know that were not on here, ask me in the comments and I will look them up for you, or if I don't know the answer, or I will just tell you, and I apologize for forgetting them. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new today that you didn't know already. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye.